This stuff, and we play a game.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital es...
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up, and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek! We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
ça, ça, c'est ça, que c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyperpolyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu des jeux, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Month. Yen. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Bambas. Bamba, okay, Bambas is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi Quattro grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile.
Sì, sì, ecco, la gente, è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scoprisce che quante lingue parlo, io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi, dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? And here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or, but sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that's because it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, sa son chassé. Ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt.
Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idioma, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más.
Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos.
Oh, I see. This is Diche Ishai Boyd, which means do you want food? But yeah, are you hungry? That kind of thing. How are the boys? Cocine da boy. Posso Milao. Pote. When is it? Proteine. Topulo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously.
Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Monsieur. Livre. Liwe, livre.
Mustan paksut posket.
Maciej,
Yeah.
yeah. Sí.
Высокий. Материк. Прочь. Интер. Кочки. А. Си.
Track 6.
Aspri petra xes aspri apton ilio xex asproteri. Aspri petra xes aspri apton ilio xes asproteri.
Coginio panas.
Oh boy.
Ad ferad verda ferra ferda vetri.
هقب. هفد.
Hefe.
هفد.
Hefe.
هفد. هفد. حق. حق. حق.
Саша по шоссе.
А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку. А Саша по шоссе несла сушку на счастье и сосала сушку.
معلمة.
This is Arabic. And it's from Mu'allim.
Jumani mwalimu mke.
Ирак чима в чипах щемп чавю ченчи чини. Чирак чима в чипа да, чирак чима в чипцах щемп чавю ченчи чини. Бакакит алшит. Хикрин. Бакакит алши хикрин. Akakit alshi krikrips.
Oh, thanks to cat signs. Meow and the pictures of the fish. That's they were proud.
Sööpä. Kupu. Yrittävät. Uraista. Omena.
Are in the city center. And it's got some interesting aspects to it.
여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까? 여자는 어느 나라에 있습니까?
Countries for living things.
兄の名前は
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time, and we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So, anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Lo que pasa es que bueno, la manera, y esto se ve en tantos lugares, no es cuestión regional, sino más bien de un problema fundamental de la pedagogía oficial de los idiomas extranjeros, que la manera en que se enseñan en tantos lugares, en las clases, en el colegio, no tiene nada que ver con el estado actual de la investigación sobre lo que se llama adquisición de idioma.
Doesn't, you can try something else.
In fact, I would say often you really know you're getting it with languages if you can't really explain why something's right, but you just bloody well know it's right.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
還元一級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil. The same word fil as this. Meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is squab, and that also means elephant.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it. Hello and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I'm Elise, translator, writer, editor with 20 working languages, and this is a stream where we're going to play some chess, and we're going to look at tutorial videos as a way of learning languages. Hope everybody's doing well. How you doing, chat? I'm going to start out with some Puzzle Rush. I recently beat my all-time record on stream last week. I got 38 on Puzzle Rush Survival, and so I'm going to see if I can't equal that or possibly even beat it. First, let's just see what we can do with that crop. Make the board a little bit bigger. So I noticed when I was clipping the VOD a while ago, the board actually comes out looking a bit small. So, okay, this is mate. Okay, what have we got here? Okay. There's a possible fork here. If I can land something on there. Question is, how would I do that? Other candidate moves, let me see. Go here, that attacks the queen. also attacks this bishop. Oh, I see. Okay, we go here. Pawn to e5. Then knight here. That forks the queen and the knight. And what do I get for that, though? Yeah, not sure about that. Then there's this. Okay. That just loses me a bishop, so that's not going to be the thing. The annoying thing is, that I know that this is actually going to be an extremely simple one, but there's a lot of stuff on the board. So that leaves me with some uncertainty. But okay, let me look at this queen again. What squares does this queen even have at the moment? So it can't go here. Where does the queen go if I go here and attack it? So it has to go someplace. It can't go either of these spots. It can go here. Go here. Yeah, the thing about these, the earlier rounds of Puzzle Rush is that you can spend a lot of time thinking about it, but all it really wants is the first move. Okay, in this case, it's pretty obvious. This queen is cutting the king off. So this is check, and then the only move is to move that rook down, and then that's mate. Yeah, mate also. Free rook. This is mate, since the queen is going to cover the only two escape squares the king has. This bishop is covering the square where this rook is going to come down, which is the only way to respond to rook e1 check. Go here, and the king has no place to go, and it's mate. Okay. So, right now this knight is hanging. What moves have we got? Okay, go here. That's not how queens go. Go here, and that's check, and is there any defense against that? Not sure. Let me see. I think, yeah, I think that's just the king's bugger. Oh, well, there's this, and now there's no defense. Similar situation here. Okay, so we take this knight, pawn takes back, that opens up this file, go here, that's check, the king has only one option, which is to go here, and then that's a free bishop. Let's just make 100% certain there isn't something better, because sometimes they will decoy you with free stuff, but actually there's mate or something. Okay. King is cut off. If I go queen here, that's mate. King is cut off. Queen here will be mate. Okay. So, candidate moves. Go here, and I'm forking the rook and the bishop. I think that's where I'm going with that. Where does the rook go after that? The rook can't go here, because this pawn can take it then. Can't go here, because then my rook here takes it. So, yeah. Free bishop. Okay, this king has no place to go. So if I go here, that's mate. Okay, this is a free rook. The question is this any better? If I go here, where can the king go? King can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. The rook, the only real option is the rook blocking. So that's a free rook too. And then mate. Okay. This king is kind of stuck at the moment. This rook has an open file, so it can attack the king. So the king goes here. Bishop goes here, that's check again. The king has to move further in, and then that's mate. Well, almost mate. Now it's mate. Okay, what have we got here? Okay, this knight is pinned, first of all. My king's right there. But it's also defended by this other knight. White has this rook on the 8th rank. That's notoriously not good news, usually, for the player whose rook it isn't. But how do you exploit that? You don't exploit it quite the way I was thinking of. Okay, you pawn here. That forks the queen and the knight. The pawn's defended by the rook. So the queen's got to go someplace. Where does the queen go? Can't go here. 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 Or here. Or here. The queen's literally, as far as I can tell, only got one safe square to go to. And that is D8. Which cuts it off from the knight, and I get a free knight. Oh no, that's a safe square too. But it doesn't matter, I still get a free knight. Okay. This king's not in great shape. Can't go Let me see. No, wait a second. Can't go here. Can't go here. Well, any of here, because this rook is cutting it off. Can't go here because this pawn is cutting it off. And the bishop's also cutting it off. And cutting off here. That leaves not many options. So this... that check, the king goes where? The king goes here. And after that, the king, I think, is kind of screwed. Yeah. Okay, this knight is pinned for the moment, which is actually a bit of a threat because the king's also attacking it. So if white takes this knight with the rook, that's check and the king can't take back. On the other hand, this king... Hola, Rubax11, ¿cómo está? This king, el rete, está un poco cagado, ¿no? Porque, bueno, este campo lo tiene vedado, también este, le queda poco en realidad. Así que con la torre, si atacamos con la torre, el rey se va cortado. Ah, ¿quién es? Esto va a ser jaque mate, bueno. Ahora bien, ¿qué tenemos acá? Esto sería jaque mate. Pero el problema es que en este momento la torre tiene, bueno, una defendida toda la parte de acá. Ah, bueno. Yo recién empiezo a, bueno, a transmitir, así que un rey no sería posible, pero sí lo puedo seguir. Seguido. A ver. ¿Dónde está? Ah, de Napo. ¿Y de dónde vení? A ver, ¿qué puedo hacer entonces? Bueno, puedo atacar esta torre. Si la ataco, tiene que irse a otra parte. ¿A dónde va? Bueno. Primero de los tres errores que me permiten. A ver, ¿qué tenemos acá? Tenemos una situación de, bueno, otra vez un rey que no tiene realmente dónde, no tiene a dónde ir, pero tampoco hay cómo atacarlo. Bueno, tenemos que ver. A lo mejor sí existe alguna manera de atacarlo. Pero primero vamos a tener que desplazar, creo, al peoncito este. Pero, ¿qué me van a hacer si pasa eso? ¿Qué opciones les queda? ¿Hay alguna manera de ponerme en jaque? Parece que no. Sí, creo que... Ah, y ahora tenemos un caballito gratuito y de calidad, po. Y ahora el rey cagó. Y otra vez. Una dama gratuita. Pero, ¿qué me queda? Bueno, esto nomás, po. Doble jaque. Porque tenemos aquí un jaque descubierto. Además, si desplazamos el caballito para acá, el caballito lo tendrá en jaque también. Entonces, sí. Re sofocado. Sí, bueno. A ver, ¿qué me cuenta esta posición? Bueno, tenemos una amenaza bastante potente acá. Pero el rey tampoco está muy a salvo. El rey negro porque, bueno, acá. ¿Y qué le queda? Bueno, tiene que irse para este lado. Y sí, po. A ver, sí, así nomás. A ver. Sí. Pero por favor, no me den pista, porque estoy tratando ahora de, bueno, igualar mi récord. Mi récord que es 38. Bueno, ya llegué a 24 con un solo error. Pero, a ver. Ah, claro. Sí. Con la dama para acá. Baja el peón. Se lo come el caballito. Torre gratuita. Bueno, torre por peón. Por caballo, digo. ¿Qué chucha? Ah, bueno. Estaba mala la secuencia. Que si vamos para acá. Entonces... bueno. Esta dama nos da problema. Esto tampoco funciona porque está el caballo. Así que, bueno. En vez de ver todas las weas que no funcionan, habría que encontrar alguna wea que funcione. Bueno, una posibilidad, bueno, si atacamos a la dama. La dama se tiene que ir. Tiene que ir a lo mejor para acá. Entonces queda defendido el alfil por la torre. Y al comérselo el alfil blanco, nos tomamos el alfil con la dama. El rey se encuentra en jaque y creo que pronto también será mate. Pero a veces nos equivocamos, así que vamos a empezar de nuevo. Right. Mate. Also mate. Ah, bollocks. That's mate. So's this. Yes. A ver. Okay, we're doing a nudge. Okay, that diagonal's weak. And we get a rook. Nudge, mate. Nudge, mate. Sack, mate. Okay. Are we doing a ladder mate here? Suppose that seems to be the only real option. Except, okay. Is there any way to actually give mate? No, because the king can just take. So that's just a free queen. though a free queen is never just. Okay, this king is kind of boxed in. Okay. This is a bit more complicated. Because the first impulse is to play this. To queen right there. Because a lot of the time, especially in the earlier stages, that would be mate. But we're not in the earlier stages. And it's definitely very unmate. Because you got the queen and the rook all on this rank. So that does not help. But on the other, okay, this pawn is pinned. So this is a move. I don't know, however, if it is in fact a good move. I'm feeling like maybe it isn't. Then there's this. Threatens the pawn. And then what? Oh, I see, yes. Now that's a free rook and it's check. Okay, and this king is stuck. Okay, we get a rook and really also a knight. Okay, this king is not in a great spot. Okay, what's the continuation here? I think if we go here, okay, that's check 2. Okay. Whatever happens here really has to be checked because that's mate. So, because check his mate is on the board, I've got to do something that actually similarly puts the king in check. What happens? What have we got in terms of checks? We've got this, after which rook takes. And then what? Is there... That opens up this diagonal here. And that's check. And what do we have then? Okay. So what happens now? we take that queen? Is there anything better than taking that queen? Oh, it's a free knight, and it's attacking the rook. And gets rid of the mating threat. There, that's the idea. That's what we're doing. Okay, this king's kind of stuck. So this rook, this knight goes there. This other one covers here. The queen is sort of x-raying here. Pawn covers here. Queen covers here. Okay, what happens if queen here? Okay. That's a free queen because this pawn is pinned by the rook. Okay, I've only got one mistake left. I gotta be more careful. Okay, we've got a king who... well, that really is not having a very good time at the moment. Okay. If bishop there, that's... is that mate, or is there something else to be done? There's no way to take the bishop, so... this is, I think, a free queen, because take here, it's discovered check, threatening mate. Only response is either... I mean, if the king goes here, that's just mate. So, queen takes... queen goes here. And then, yeah. Oh, also that bishop. Okay, this is a mate. This is a threatening mate. So if mate is being threatened, we have to find some way to actually put the king in check. Okay, this bishop protects that square. Wait, what else was there? Starting over. Mate. No defense on this queen, so that's just a free queen, and I think mate. Mate again. Also mate. Okay. So right now we've got Okay, that's not what we've got. This is bishop's defending that rook, so it's safe. Ja, vielleicht. Okay. There are two moves that seem like candidates here. It's bishop here. And that attacks this square, and then this. But I think this is better. Because then, when the rook moves... I mean, when the king moves... The king can't go here because the bishop is attacking it, in addition to... Wait a second, okay. Yeah, that's free. Okay, this is ugly, so I've got to put the king in check. I've got to figure out a way to put the king in check that is sustainable. Oh, okay. And I end up a piece up. This looks like mate. Is there a reason it isn't? Okay. That's all of the escape squares covered for the king. So this ought to be mate. This king's also in an unenviable sort of position. Okay, so now those three squares are out. Well, actually, all these squares are out. So this should be mate. Okay. Got this rook covering this entire file. So this attack is a thing. King has only one place to go, and that's here. Attack like this. King goes here. Rook here. Okay, we've got another king in a sticky kind of situation. Right now, the queen cuts it off here. The knight's also cutting it off. This bishop is also cutting it off. if I go here with the queen, let's check. What's the move then? That opens up this square. Square and this square. On the other hand, if I keep the queen in place and I go here, then this is taken, this is taken, this is taken, and yeah, that's mate. Okay, go here. And the only place for the king then is here, and queen here. And that is mate. Can't go here because then it's just a trade. If we go here, the only move really is for that rook to block, and then it's mate. Okay, we're on 20. My personal record I'm trying to break is 38. Okay. Well, looks like we're trying to find mate. Queen here is check. And then the king goes here. Then the queen can just go here, give check again. The only place for the king to go then is here. And then this will be mate. Okay, I think this is going for a free queen. Nearly free queen. So we go here, the king has to move away from the queen. I mean, the king has to take it. And then the queen's undefended. Okay, there's a mating threat. So we have to give check somehow. Only good option is this. Where does the king go after that? Here, I guess. What's going on here? Okay. So if it were black's move, take here. Is that any good? I mean, yeah, okay, because no, it actually wouldn't be great. That is a queen for a queen and a rook for a queen and a bishop, so you're not getting much out of that. that does leave the question what white's gonna do. Okay. This is an option. It kicks this knight. Where's the knight go? The knight can go here. In which case it's just a free knight. The knight can go here. In which case it's like a knight and a queen for a queen. Or it could be that I got that totally wrong. Okay. That is strike 1 of 3. Okay, I believe I'm sacking this bishop. Is then king here, king takes, knight here, check. Is there anything, then, yeah. And we win a queen. Okay. So this doesn't look great, but it's not a real threat. Because it's just, it ends up being a queen and a knight for a queen and a bishop. So I got two possibilities there. Okay, well, let's say we go here. What happens? Okay, the king's cut off here. Here, here. Also here because of the bishop. Okay. Now what? So if we go here, yeah, well, black isn't threatening anything in particular. You don't have to worry in particular about queen here, here, because that knight is defended by the bishop. So that isn't, I mean, even though the back rank does not look good for white, that isn't a real threat. Okay, so one option is this, but that's just a queen trade. But on the other hand, there's this. Rook takes back. And then it's queen and a rook for a queen. Okay, how about this? Okay, then rook takes. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, and this bishop is hanging, so... And if the bishop moves, then the knight's hanging. If I go here... then that's going to be mate. Eventually. Okay, black's got some real threats here. So this is pretty ugly. And then on top of that, we're in check. I think this is the move. That was not the move. Okay, this is pretty ugly. Now, so we need something that goes, oh, that gives us check. Okay, so queen here puts the king in check. King goes here. This is check. King takes, and then it's mate. Okay. Pawn endgame time. Damn. But 29 isn't bad. 29 is not bad at all. Let's give it one more go. Mate. 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 Well, not yet mate, but nearly. There we go. Oralar Yurishi. This is pinned. Mate? Well, not quite mate. First, it's a nudging mate. Okay, there's a discovery there. Okay. Damn it. Okay, what's going on here? What's going on is I should have looked a little bit more carefully, apparently. Okay, this king is pretty stuck. Okay, this is pinned. And ugly things can happen if there isn't check. Okay, what can we do? One option is an exchange sacrifice of the queen. What does that get us, though? Not a whole lot that I can tell. Oh, on the other hand, okay, so we sack this. This pawn goes away. This pawn takes back. That opens the diagonal for the queen. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so right now, this pawn has a dual role. For one thing, it's attacking my queen. Another, it's also preventing my queen there from giving check. What happens if we go here? Okay, that bishop is defended by this knight, so that's not a problem. That the knights defend each other, so the king can't take the other knight. Okay. Okay, there are two possibilities. If I take this pawn with the rook, then I'm not giving check, but I'm attacking the queen. If I take it with the bishop, then I'm not attacking the queen, but I'm giving check. I feel like I want to be giving check. I didn't want to be giving check. And with that, I'm going to take a little bio break. Back in a few minutes.
Hi, and welcome to Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. I am Elise, translator, editor, and writer with 20 working languages, and this is where we talk about languages and language learning and all sorts of other stuff, and we play games.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Perfect. Okay, 3 of 4.
El hospital
還元1級の先というのは、本当に誰も知らない字ばっかりでしょうね。私は
Okay, we've leveled up and it is time to pick another language. Morfar är tröttare än vanligt. Maten är färdig. And let's see what we're doing when we get back. Greek. We're doing Greek when we get back. Ben neredeyse her gün okula giderim. Fun fact. Turkish. Hello, Shakespeare. How you doing? Fun fact, in Spanish, the word for bishop in chess is alfil. And that actually comes from Arabic. Fil, the same word fil as this, meaning elephant, because the bishop traditionally was to represent elephant units somehow. Similarly, in Russian, the word for bishop is skor, and that also means elephant. Okay.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short of the halfway mark on the fundraising progress as well. This enrichment of the English language Marxist canon has only been possible with your support, and it's been a real lifeline for me. So anyone who would like to support this project can find links in the description for how to do so, and everybody who has already supported it has my sincerest thanks.
Ça, ça, ah c'est ça, che c'est ça, non ça, c'est ça. Sol chi sa che nulla sa, ne sa più di chi ne sa. Ecco.
Bonjour et bienvenue à Hyper Polyglotting avec Élise. Moi, c'est Élise, traductrice, éditrice et écrivain avec 20 ans de travail. Et ça, c'est la transmission en direct ou en jeu déjà, surtout GeoGuessr en dernier temps. Et parle des langues, de la linguistique, de l'acquisition des langues.
10-159. Haven't made a huge dent in it, but we're getting there. Okay, gonna do some Chinese now. Night. Night. Fun. Bien. Yo. 5. Ducks are drinking wine. Barbaz, okay, Barbaz is duck. Okay, I have now leveled up. Let's see what the XP situation is now. 10,340 out of 12,500. And as always, viewers can choose my next language for me just with a follow and a $5 to my Patreon.
Sotto le frasche del capanno 4 gatti grossi stanno. Sotto 4 grossi sassi, 4 grossi e grassi gatti. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Un généreux déjeuner régénéré des généraux dégénérés. Facile. Sì, ecco, la gente... è la cosa che mi dice la gente, sempre che scopri che quante lingue parlo. Io sempre avevo l'impressione, diciamo, di che non era così, non era tan così, ma poi dopo di aver visto qualche poliglota in YouTube, una delle cose che avevo scoperte era giustamente che la metodologia usata da quella gente poliglota che non avevo mai conosciuta prima, era più o meno la stessa metodologia che usavo io.
I buy a computer or what? And here's another example. I like to point these out. For this word for or sounds vaguely like Hogun and the Hok in Hogun in Korean or Waku in Japanese, and that because it is the exact same kind of character.
Okay, let me see.
Un chasseur, sa chambre chassée, ses chassés sont son chien de chasse.
Der dicke Dach.
Okay, der dicke Dachdecker deckt dir dein Dach, drum dank dem dicken Dachdecker, dass der dicke Dachdecker dir dein Dach deckt. Hola y bienvenidos al directo de Hyperpolyglotting with Elise. Yo soy Elisa, traductora, escritora y editora y comunicadora social con más de 20 idiomas de trabajo. Y aquí vamos a estar jugando videojuegos, sobre todo GeoGuessr, y hablando de idiomas, la mejor forma de aprenderlo y caleta más. Zwei Zwetschgenzweigen zwitscherten zwei tschechische Schwalben. Tres tristes tigres tragaban trigo en un trigal en tres tristes trastos.
Oh, I see. This says "Diche ishai fui," which means "Do you want food?" But yeah, are you hungry? That's also. How are the boys? Cocine tacos. Pozo milao. Pote. Buenese. Proteine. Protocolo. In the designated chicken eating area, obviously.
Okay, still 3 times I have to defeat him. And I don't have a whole lot of health left.
This is Elise with an update on the ongoing Inessa Armand translation project. We now have 37 of the 38 extant essays and speeches by Inessa Armand translated into English for the first time. And we are just short. And I'm back. And this time didn't beat my record, but I'm going to switch over and continue my quest to see what the most advanced bot that I can beat is. I've now beaten every single one of the chess bots that is under the rating of 2000. So I'm on the first of the 2000s, and so far I haven't had much luck against this one. Thing is symmetrical English. Oh, welcome back, Badger. How you doing? Yeah. Move that knight too early. Okay, it's castle. It's never a bad idea to have a rook and a queen on the same file. Okay. So what have we got here exactly? So this bishop actually is not on a bad diagonal at the moment. So there are a couple of options. Okay, let's say that we attack the queen with that pawn with pawn f4. The queen only really go here, I think. Which also is not a terrible place for the queen to be. Then we can go here. Yeah, actually, kind of like that. So, okay, now I'm taking up a fair bit of space, which is good. And I do have something of an edge in development here. Black has a whole bunch of pieces still on the back rank. So it really should somehow capitalize on that. Because the question is, where do I actually want this bishop? I can put the bishop somewhere, keep it on this diagonal, although it's not very good on this diagonal anymore. Oh, I do have to watch out for this. So I can't just take it off of there. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is potentially rather threatening, so it would be good if it didn't happen. Okay. Queen trade offered. So, don't think I want that, especially at the moment. Black is already up a fair bit of material. Yeah, that was not my best. Let's try a slightly different move order in the opening. Okay, allowing me to castle. Oh, damn it. That was not good. No, your aggressive plays pay. No, my failure to notice that I was giving you a piece for free was paying off. Lead the bot. Oh, hello to anyone who just joined. I'm continuing to see if I can't see how far I can go with the more advanced chess.com bots. I've successfully beaten at least once all of the bots rated below 1200, below 2000 rather. So now I'm trying to beat the 2000, the first of the 2000 rated ones. Okay. Actually, don't particularly like this. So anything I can do to prevent it. Well, yeah, I can do this. No, this is not better. Actually, that also sucked. Oh, damn it. That was not good. Yeah, like, literally the only reason so far I've actually been losing these is just blundering pieces for free. Do one more and then we're going to switch over and look at some tutorial videos as language learning methods. Okay, this is looking better than previous attempts. Okay, castle to safety. Equal on material. Develop with a little bit of a threat there. This is 2 pawns up, which isn't great. Threatening to make it 3. Okay, what can this knight kind of annoys me. At the moment, okay, that's not a threat because I can just take. This isn't a threat because the pawn's there. Bishop here is not a bad thing to have. Queen trade declined. Let's open up a little kingside weakness here. Ah, shit. And that was not... That is just another example of me just sort of gifting pieces. Greater caution is required. Ah, sorry. Right, okay. So we're gonna switch over now and see what we've got in the world of videos today. I've got various chess tutorials in different languages to look at. and some cooking tutorials. Let's start out with this, and this is by Anna Kramling, who is, if I remember correctly, an international master. And it is in Spanish. She definitely knows what she's talking about, and her mother is an international grandmaster.
Soy Ana Kramling y este es mi primer vídeo en español.
Oh, it's apparently her very first video in Spanish as well. Let's see, what have we got in subtitles? Here we go. Gonna drop the link. She's definitely somebody worth following on the subject of chess.
En toda mi vida. Llevo teniendo un canal en inglés los últimos 3 años donde he estado haciendo vídeos de ajedrez y bueno, lo he hecho todo en inglés. Entonces,
okay, the subtitles are good and she speaks very clearly.
Redes sociales lo he hecho todo en inglés toda mi vida. Pero la verdad es que yo nací en Málaga, en España, y mi padre es español, yo soy medio española, medio sueca, mi madre es sueca. Vivo ahora en Suecia, pero el español es un idioma que tengo las piezas.
Actually, I've also never heard her. Hello, Ata.
Número 1 es siempre mover las piezas hacia el centro. Las 4 casillas más importantes.
Okay, so she speaks, she speaks slowly and clearly. That is good, and we're getting the visuals, which is also very important for this.
Son estas 4, ¿vale? Estas son las casillas centrales y estas son las casillas más.
She talks about the thing and she shows you the thing. That that is the essence of what makes tutorial type videos useful for language acquisition. Because you've got the showing and the telling at the same time.
Importantes. ¿Por qué? Porque si tus piezas están en estas casillas, puedes elegir a qué lado del tablero quieres moverte. Puedes ir o a este lado del tablero o a este. Si tienes todas las piezas en un lado del tablero, entonces están muy atascadas ahí y no pueden moverse al otro lado. Entonces lo que quieres hacer es que quieres intentar coger control de estas 4 casillas. ¿Cómo haces eso?
You can tell that she was born in Spain.
Eso, pues empezando con una jugada.
Oh, we got some Korean stuff to look at as well,
el peón de
actually.
dama 2 casillas o el peón de...
I've got a bunch of stuff. I was looking at mostly Scandinavian, Nordic languages. We've got some like Norwegian, but also some Farsi, some Finnish. But I think I've got some Korean in there, definitely.
Rey 2 casillas, ¿vale? Yo siempre muevo este peón.
Oh, I'm glad you're excited.
Me gusta más y porque es la teoría que conozco. Pero claro, puedes hacer la jugada que quieras como primera jugada. Entonces yo lo que os recomendaría sería aprenderos alguna apertura, o sea, 5 o 6 jugadas, no tiene que ser mucho.
Yeah, she speaks at a natural speed, speaks very clearly.
Y ya está. Y luego entendéis, y a lo mejor me diréis si queréis que haga un vídeo de alguna apertura.
Okay, let's just see. Next one. First of all,
tablero. Consejo número 2. No mováis la misma pieza 2 veces seguidas. Si jugáis, por ejemplo, esta jugada que es muy buena, porque el alfil aquí puede ir a varias casillas, ¿vale? O por lo menos está mirando hacia muchas casillas, no se puede ir aquí porque se va a capturar. Pero por lo menos...
this is good. I'm gonna stick this in the Spanish resources channel over in the Discord. This definitely looks like a good one. It's a longer one. There. It's actually only the second thing to go in there. And she definitely also, unlike a lot of these people that we look at in some of these videos, I've never heard of it before, they just showed up on a search result. And she definitely knows what she's talking about when it comes to chess. Here we have, this is a Finnish one. A channel I've never heard of called Shakkilinna Chess Castle. Shakkikoulu. Hyvän avauspelin periaatteet. And, okay, so we're gonna see. It does not offer subtitles, which is unfortunate. That, I think, is the best option. No, they're not necessary.
Avauksessa kannattaa pelata hyvien periaatteiden mukaisesti, niin saa hyvän keskipeliaseman ja pystyy sitten hyviäkin pelaajia vastaan pelaamaan tasaisesti avauksesta eteenpäin. No, tällaisia hyviä.
Okay, and we've got this text here. Neat graphic design here. Keskeiset ideat avauspelissä on tärkeää muistaa. 1. Pelaa keskusta sotilailla. 2. Kehitä ratsut ja lähetit upseereista ensimmäisenä. 3. Tee linnoitus. Linnoitus! That's castling. Because linna is castle. It's also prison. But it's mainly castle. Linnoittaa is how you turn linna into a verb and make it into castling. Haven't really done much Finnish, like many Finnish comprehensible input videos on here, so I'm kind of interested on this. Finnish is one that I'm working on as well, on and off.
Periaatteita on pelata sotilailla ensin keskeltä. Nämä 2 on yleisesti ottaen parhaina pidetyt aloitussiirrot.
Keskusta sotilaa.
Niitä näkyy eniten myös huippupelaajien välisissä kohtaamisissa. Myös tämä siirto ja tämä siirto on sellaisia, joita pidetään avauspelin parhaina siirtoina.
Okay, he speaks on a natural speed and fairly, not too fast, which with Finnish, because of the rhythm that it has, it is easy for it to get too fast, so that's good.
Ne kaikki siirrot on sellaisia, että ne vaikuttaa näihin keskustaruutuihin, eli 4 keskimmäiseen sakkilaudan ruutuun. Eli ne joko uhkaa noita ruutuja tai menevät itse niihin ruutuihin tai sekä että. Sellaista se keskustan hallitseminen yleisesti ottaen on. Keskustan hallitsemisesta on se hyöty, että silloin kun nämä ruudut on ikään kuin omassa käytössä, niin pystyy siirtelemään jo.
He's doing the visual aids here because again, the key is it's giving you ear-eye coordination basically.
Helpommin sivustalta toiselle ja taas toinen ei pysty samalla tavalla asioita tekemään. Ja jos keskusta on kokonaan hallinnassa, niin yleisesti ottaen on enemmän ruutuja käytössä ja tilaetu. Se tilaedun turvin sitten pystyy siirtelemään nappuloita parempiin asemiin ja tekemään hyökkäyksiä. Monesti
it's easy for Finnish to sound too fast because it has sort of a monotone going on. That's not just the way this guy talks. This is just the way Finnish sounds. It always has sort of
a... kuuluu, että molemmat yrittää taistella keskustasta. Se ei ole mikään niin kuin ainut idea, mutta se on hyvin toimiva ja hyvin paljon pelattu myös niin kuin maailman huippujen välisissä peleissä. Eli ei anneta keskustaa helpolla. Tässä on esimerkki italialaisesta aloituksesta, jossa molemmat kehittää ensin ratsut ja lähetit ja keskustasotilaana. Nyt kuningas olisi valmis menemään jo linnoitukseen, mutta ei sitä tee, vaan vahvistetaan C3-siirrolla tulevaa D4-ideaa, jos sen ehtii pelata hyvin. No, musta oikea-aikaisesti hyökkää tähän valkeen E4-sotilaaseen, mikä hyvin usein suojataan pelaamalla D3. Ja tällä tavalla saavutetaan tukeva keskusta ja saadaan myös tälle C1-lähetille mahdollisuus kehittyä tänne tai johonkin muuhun ruutuun.
Okay. So, this definitely would seem to be a good example. And, it would be better if it also had, like, subs and stuff like that. But, he speaks slowly, he speaks clearly. He shows you what he's doing as he's talking about it. This is exactly what we're looking for when we look for tutorials as a source of, like, language acquisition material.
Saa myös vaaleanruutuisen lähetin sitä kautta sitten helpommin peliin.
Well, Ata, I can help you with what's important to watch because that's what we're going to be talking about here. I try to talk about that each time we look at one of these videos.
Ja nyt kun molemmat linnottaa, niin on tavallaan avauspelin tärkeä vaihe tehty, eli ollaan saatu keskusta haltuun, kehitettyä ratsoja ja lähettejä ja tehtyä linnoitus. Aina ei mennä siinä järjestyksessä, että kehitetään sotilaat keskelle ja sitten ratsut ja sitten lähetit ja linnoitus, vaan tilanteen mukaan voi olla syytä joskus pelata useitakin siirtoja samalla nappulalla, mutta monesti ei kannata, koska se hukkaa kallista.
I mean, one thing to know one thing to remember is you will not be aware that this is what's called implicit learning. Implicit in this case means you're not actually going to know that you're learning it. You're just not, it's not going to be something you're consciously aware of as it's happening. It's just things are sort of gradually clicking in your brain, and you gradually start to make sense. And stuff will start to make sense, and it'll seem like it's out of nowhere.
Arvosta aikaa, eli siirtoja. No, tässä peli voisi edetä hyvin monella tavalla. Yksi vaihtoehto on se, että molemmat kehittää lähetit peliin ja aiheuttaa tuollaisen kiinnitystilanteen ratsuihin. Eli nyt jos ratsua lähtee siirtämään joko valkeen tai musta, niin sitten sieltä lähetti pystyy lyömään sitten ton kuningattaren pois ja se vähän hidastaa ikään kuin suunnitelmia, mitä tuohon.
Yeah. Okay. Giga M has made a suggestion. I'm just gonna have a look here. Okay. This should be interesting. This is a regional variant of German that I haven't actually heard in a long time, but I used to live around it. It's Fränkisch. Apparently it's how to use Photoshop, but in Fränkisch. So this could be interesting. It's got some kind of subtitles. Who knows if they're any good.
So, Servus miteinander und danke fürs Einschalten. Heute
okay, we've got German subs. We'll see if they're any good.
Ein Tutorial in Fränkisch. Das wollte ich schon länger mal machen und keine Angst, geht auch nicht so lang, aber war halt schon längst überfällig. Ich bin der Christoph, ich komme aus Nürnberg und von der...
Aus Nürnberg. That's not Lemberg. Not Lemberg. Lemberg is what is now known as Lvov or Lviv. It's in Ukraine. He said Nürnberg. Nürnberg is Nuremberg, which is Nuremberg, a city I've spent a fair bit of time in.
In der Stadt habe ich jetzt halt das Foto gefunden und da schieben wir jetzt ein paar Regler in Photoshop. Das Fotozeug ist nicht bloß ein Hobby, sondern das ist auch mein Arbeit. Wenn du es magst, kannst du gerne mal auf meiner Webseite vorbei.
Yeah, okay, this is the subtitles aren't great because he's speaking in Fränkisch. Wenn's magst, kannst gerne mal auf meiner Webseite vorbeischauen.
Da gibt es gerade sogar 50% auf alle Download-Produkte. So, und jetzt starten wir da mal rein.
Okay, so he's doing, this is a Photoshop tutorial, and he's doing it in like regional, in Fränkisch, in a like regional variant of German spoken around Nuremberg, Erlangen, Herzogenaurach. Oh god, you're not typing too much. In fact, you know, the more goes on in chat, the more engaging the algorithm says I'm being, and the more people will be directed to this in the algorithm, so I'm cool with that. Because I would love to have, I'd love to grow this more. Especially as a way to raise funds for the Inessa Armand translation project, which is one major project that I've been working on for the past year, and is currently kind of my main sort of way of staying above water.
Damit, dass ich mir erst einmal das Rohr aufmache. Ja, das ist zwar bloß mit
Das
dem
Rohr aufmache.
macht aber gar nichts, weil die kleinen Kästler, die können mittlerweile auch ganz schön viel. Und da habe ich jetzt halt noch einen Haufen Möglichkeiten, wie ich das Ganze
God, it's been so long since I've heard Frankish spoken.
schon aufkältischer wenig, wie ich da noch was aus dem Bild quasi raushole. Also das kannst du schon mal merken, Raw, das ist eine super Geschichte quasi.
Raw, not rawa. Well, actually, I mean rawa, as a literal translation, isn't strictly wrong. I guess he's talking about the file format raw.
Ein rohes Format würden jetzt halt die Norddeutschen sagen. Ne? Wenn du jetzt übrigens denkst, und da muss ich gleich mal reingrätschen, das Ganze ist bloß ein April-Scherz, weil das Ganze am 1. April erscheint, dann kannst du gleich wieder schleichen. So reden wir halt und ich würde sagen, wenn...
Yeah, these subtitles are not great. They're totally not catching what he's saying, so I'm going to turn them off. Because they actually, when I have subtitles that aren't good, and I'm listening to something, it actually makes it harder for me to hear it. I imagine that I'm not the only one who feels that way. Because it gives your brain expectations that the speech is not going to follow.
So. Jetzt würde ich sagen, ja, heller brauchen wir es auf jeden Fall. Ich habe es ein wenig dunkel fotografiert. Ich weiß auch nicht, aber wenn du dunkel fotografierst, hast du halt immer den Vorteil, dass die hellen Stellen auch wirklich noch ein wenig Zeichnung drin haben und nicht dir komplett ausbrennen, ausfressen. Das ist natürlich wesentlich besser als so. Und wir sehen eigentlich die dunkle Stelle.
Okay. Now, he talks a lot more about... He does a lot of introductory stuff here. So... I mean, okay, speed, clarity, quite good, especially if you're trying to get used to Frankish, Franconian, we'd say in English. Although the match between doing and saying isn't optimal.
Da kriegen wir die Zeichnung über den tiefen A wieder zurück, wenn wir es wollen. Klar,
although that's improving now, yeah.
Gott, so ist halt
because I mean he's moving the settings and you can see the effect. So if you know something about Photoshop and you know something about like photo editing and stuff like that, then you can definitely start to have that sort of ear-eye coordination.
Dass die Wolken noch wegen der Zeichnung kriegen. Kontrast würde ich noch ein wenig aufziehen, ne? Kontrast ganz nett. Und ja, schwarz würde ich so lassen. Schwarz, das verstärkt den Kontrast auch nochmal. Da kannst du halt auf die dunklen Werte nochmal im Speziellen eingehen. Aber ey, brauchen wir jetzt in dem Fall nicht. Ich würde aber auf das Weiße wegen das Weiße wegen... Ich würde sagen, nauf damit. Pass auf.
Nauf damit. Nauf. Hinauf.
Warum? Weiß. Das nutze ich immer wegen so als Brillanzregler. Siehst du das, wie das plötzlich das Glänzen anfängt? Nauf damit. Ich würde sagen so, ja, 15,
yeah.
20.
Wie es zu glänzen anfängt.
In dem Bereich.
This is also just interesting because I also do like photo editing and stuff, so I'm always... And color grading is something that I could get better at. And that's what he's doing here.
Wenn du übrigens hier draußen irgendwie im Hintergrund ein wenig quer hörst, da sind halt irgendwelche Bauarbeiten auf der Straße. Und irgendwas Grischbulle fährt mit seiner Robber die ganze Zeit auf und runter. Also nicht wundern. Ich habe auch schon fast einen Herzinfarkt gekriegt heute früh, weil sie um 7 Uhr aus dem Bett gehauen haben. Aber so ist halt in der Stadt.
Apparently the construction work had woke him up and he almost had a heart attack. I know how that is. When I was living in Berlin, the tram system right by where I was living, which is on Rosenthaler Platz, was constantly being worked on. For 8 hours a day for months, and it kept on waking me up as well.
Na, also da hinten, irgendwo da wohne ich. Alright, das jetzt dazu. Dynamik, Sättigung, satt genug ist. Ich bin noch nicht satt, ich mache noch Mittagessen, aber das Bild, das passt eigentlich von der Farbigkeit ganz gut. Ich muss mal schauen, ob das wirklich ein Rauschen ist oder ob ich da vielleicht bläderweise auch schon Körnung draufgelegt habe. Nein, habe ich nicht. Dann würde ich da jetzt dieses Rauschen, dieses Gegrissel erst mal rausnehmen, ja, dann über die Luminanz und über den Luminanzkontrast.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what these settings are already, because you do photo editing and color grading and stuff, then looking at how the picture changes as he's doing them will actually help I mean, help you develop that understanding. Even if you don't, you're seeing what's going on as he moves these things. You're seeing the names of them because you can see the settings there. Luminanz, Luminanzdetails, Luminanzkontrast, Farbe, Farbdetails, Farbglättung, and all this right here on the screen. So, I mean, that is going to give you some of that eye-ear coordination that I'm talking about. Help with the acquisition. It might be, this might be a bit challenging for, like, absolute beginners, but, I mean, if you know German and you just don't know Fränkisch, then it wouldn't be, then this wouldn't be bad at all. Certainly help with your comprehension.
Da geht es relativ gut weg. Und dann würde ich aber tatsächlich hergehen und als Effekt auch Erkennung mit drauflegen. Das mache ich aber am Schluss. Und warum, sage ich da gleich. So, ich bestätige das Ganze wieder. Also mit einem Doppelklick da drauf kannst du jederzeit wieder eine neue zurückgeben. Denn jetzt wird erstmal retuschiert. Jetzt wird da der Blädekran rausgemacht. Der schaut nämlich überhaupt nicht schön aus. Und da
der Blädekran?
Die mähen weg. Und dann danach können wir...
Oh, okay. So, er wird den Blädenkran rausmachen. In other words, he's going to be taking this construction work out of the picture.
Wegen arbeiten, weil sonst verschieben wir jetzt da das Ganze kann. Ja, da schaut jetzt vielleicht schon der erste wie auch allein ins Blitz, weil das hat er nicht gewusst. Aber so ist es. Erst retuschieren und am Ende kommt entweder erschärfen oder er kann drauf. Ich mache das jetzt halt mal ganz schnell auf einer separaten leeren Ebene, und zwar hier mit dem Werkzeug, da geht es eigentlich super gut. Da kann ich jetzt einfach von oben die Quelle mit der Alt-Taste nehmen und hier unten auftragen, wo ich es brauche, und schwuppdiwupp war mal gerade da gestanden.
Yeah, I mean, now we're getting into a lot more sort of seeing and talking about doing and then doing at the same time. So, yeah, definitely not bad. Hi, Danopoli, how you doing?
So, den sein Glocken da kommt noch weg. Das da kommt noch fort.
This is Photoshop tutorial in Fränkisch, in Franconian German.
Auf irgendeiner Plattform, und da ist doch das wurscht, der Zoom kann er so weit rein.
Suggested by GGM.
Ich jetzt einfach den Barm da rüber, so, und dann fällt es überhaupt nicht auf, was ich da zusammengepusht habe quasi. Wenn ich Push am Bau, das gehört schon dazu. So.
Although he's leaving the bottom of the crane in. Although this is way zoomed in, so you wouldn't necessarily notice it.
Da unten, das sieht da keiner mehr. Vielleicht, Moment, ich versuch's ein wenig so zu überprüfen.
Oh no, he is taking that out. He's blurring it out.
Komm, das fällt nicht auf. Vielleicht kriegt's noch ein wenig harte Kanten, dazu nehmen wir aber einen Stempel her. Stempel, harte Kanten, und dann nehmen wir von dort die Wolken und schauen, dass ich das einfach da abbreche. So vielleicht. Na, jetzt schaut das Ganze doch weit von weiter weg.
Yeah, yeah, and now the crane is gone.
Na, ein Blinder wäre froh, wenn er sich hat. Das
Gonna just drop this into, let's see, German resources. And create a channel for Fränkisch, Franconian resources. What happened to Danish? Oh. There we go. Okay. Trying to keep them alphabetical at the same time.
Da müssen wir noch erinnern, da ist ein wenig so ein blöder Übergang sofort damit, und jetzt hat nur der Kran, den machen wir genauso wie 1, 2, 3 und schon sofort. So, das Rumgemalte, das habe ich jetzt quasi erspart, das ist ja gar nicht so wichtig gewesen. Was viel wichtiger ist, das ist mir jetzt gerade noch aufgefallen, ist, dass die Bläde blau-weiße bayerische Fahne natürlich kommt.
Okay. See, Franconians and Bavarians have a thing. I mean, if you live in Franconia long enough, you will hear people talk about how Franconia is occupied by Bavaria. And so he's saying here he's going to get rid of that bloody blue and white Bavarian flag here.
Die werden wir auf jeden Fall wegmachen, weil wir sind Franken, keine Bayern. Na, das muss auch mal gesagt sein. So, da kommen die Wolken hier, Und da vorne stecken der Kunde runter. Wenn man ist mal vom Club, aber nicht das blau-weiße Geschmarre da.
This blau-weiße Geschmarre da. Translated that blue and white bullshit there.
So. Zack, weg damit. Fertig. Jetzt schaut schön aus. Muss ich mir überlegen, ich würde vielleicht sogar noch ein wenig in die Farbigkeiten eingehen und ein wenig so einen Look drauflegen.
Die Farbigkeiten eingehen.
Gerade auf die ganzen Plattformen. Kannst da über Color Lookup, da gibt es ein paar so vorgefertigte wie hier.
I mean, it's sort of tongue-in-cheek, but Franconians are very clear. Despite being in the state of Bavaria, they are not Bavarian. If you call somebody from Franconia Bavarian, you will hear about
Ein
this.
Fotoapparat, Fuji oder irgendwas. Na, Fuji gefällt mir nicht. Ja, der wunderbar. Kodak, schau hier. Den stellen wir da einfach den Deckel auf der Ring runter und dann schaut auch das nach was aus. So, und schon sind wir eigentlich fertig, würde ich sagen. Jetzt zeige ich dir noch schnell, wie das mit dem Vorher-Nachher funktioniert, weil da musst du nämlich immer Rechtsklick drauf und sagen, ey, ich bräuchte bitte ein neues Smart Objekt durch Kopie und dann kannst du das untere einfach mit einem Finger da oben
I'd say this is pretty good.
auf Standard.
And I mean, software tutorials are not a bad one as well. I haven't really thought about that much. I've been doing hardware tutorials, cooking tutorials, chess tutorials, but software tutorials could work fairly well. Although, I mean, if it's one that if it's software that you're actually interested in, because one absolutely key thing is that you will get more out of comprehensible input if you also care about it. The less of a shit you give about what you're watching, the less you're going to be concentrating and getting really sort of into it, and the less into it you are, the less it's going to give you that help build that comprehension, that implicit
Das
learning.
Ganze wieder rausholen und jetzt siehst du mal, was außer so einem dunklen Foto, ja,
Ja, sehr deutlich so.
Da deppert ausgeschaut hat, und
Deppert.
alles rausholen kannst. So was vorher,
Ja, eigentlich
das haben wir
Tirolerisch.
jetzt halt draus gemacht, finde ich super. Ich muss jetzt auch aufhören, jetzt ist gleich Mittag und hier stinkt schon nach Gicherle. Blöderweise kann ich gar kein Gicherle mehr essen. Ich bin seit ein paar Wochen jetzt halt vegetarisch unterwegs. Dort mal gescheit Leid und mal Schäufel und meine Bratwurst, aber das will ich jetzt mal versuchen.
Ja.
Warum? Naja, hast schon mal so das Zuckerle angeschaut, finde total putzig und mache halt nicht mehr.
Okay, let's... Okay. What else have we got here? Baklava. This is a baklava recipe in Arabic. There's also some Korean stuff in here, I think, too. I know that, I mean, there definitely is. It's a question of how many layers I have to peel away before I get to it. Sakana gatabitai versus sakana otabitai. Bilgisayar. Jodhpuri aloo. Ja. Chockstrategi. Chocköppning. Okay, I'm always looking for Arabic content because Arabic's another language that I'm working on. This is Chef Sinan Al-Ubaidi. Not familiar with him. Let's see what we've got in the world of subtitles. Oh, we've got auto-generated Arabic.
شلون بقلاوه سوينا لكم مكونات جدا سهله وطريقه رهيبه تطلع لكم هيك خالد بعض شلون خبر نسوي هسه نجي هنا.
Okay, so he's putting the names of the ingredients up on the screen in English and Arabic as he's doing it. That's kind of cool.
اكسره ما اريد اطحنه بس اكسره عندي جاهز. يلا هسه حبايبنا راح نستخدم الدهن نوعيتين. شنو اللي عندي؟ حطيت سمنه نباتيه وهنا سمنه حيوانيه. الحيوانيه اللي هو دهن الحر خلينا نقول عليه. تمام؟ فناخذ من هنا 200 غرام ومن هاي 200 غرام ونخليها نسوي. تمام؟ حبايبنا.
Okay. I find the audio a bit difficult on here. I don't think he's mic'd. Or if he's mic'd, he hasn't really put through the equalizer through to remove the background noise and stuff. Makes it a little bit harder to follow. But, I mean, he is, like, describing as he goes. I mean, he's doing a good job of having close-ups of the stuff he's doing. That's always good.
درجة حرارته زينة يعني 130 120 تقريبا. ويلا هسه شيء هسه شو نسوي؟ عندكم صينية مال فرنسا وسنة، عندكم بايركس استخدموا بايركس. انا استخدم هذا الالمنيوم لان هو يعطيها احسن شيء الالمنيوم تستخدموه للحلويات. انا عجينة جاهزة، لا ادوخ روحي واسوي عجينة ولا شيء، عجينة جاهزة.
Baklavalık, böreklik, taze yufka, Teichblätter. German, Turkish. Yeah, German and Turkish on there.
شلون سهلة راح اسوي لكم اياها. شوفوا حبايبنا بعد ما فرشنا العجينة نيجي هنا نجيب الصينية مالتنا ونقلبها بالعكس. شو نسوي؟ هاي اشيلها خليها مع صار عندي عجينة.
Yeah. This is kind of suboptimal just because the audio and the rapid cuts make it kind of difficult to follow. I think. Got some other stuff to look at though. Here we go. Norwegian chess content by Norwegian chess giant.
Hei YouTube, velkommen til en ny video.
No subtitles available.
Så, nå tenkte jeg å vise deg hvordan du skal bevege på brikkene i sjakk. Og jeg lager den videoen i 2 porsjoner, både på norsk og på engelsk. Rett og slett for å prøve å nå ut til alle som ønsker å lære seg å spille sjakk. Så forbered dere på en engelsk og norsk versjon av hele denne serien, som kommer til å bli sikkert 7-8 videoer lang på begge språk.
Okay. Having a bit of trouble hearing him, partially because the heating just came on.
Så, vi har da et sjakkbrett her, som jeg tenkte å vise dere nøyaktig hvordan man bruker. Men først så skal vi lære oss hvordan brikkene flytter. Og brikkene, de litt rare, noen av dem. Vi har tårnet her, som starter i hvert hjørne.
Tårnet? Okay, this is good because this is absolute beginner content here. He's explaining what the pieces are. Brickene, hvordan de flytter.
Det som gjelder for svart.
Pieces and how they move. Tårnet?
Tårnet flytter helt opp, helt til siden. Altså rett fram og rett til siden. Alle retninger en vil.
Yeah, so he's talking about how it moves and he's moving it.
Hvis du ønsker å ta et tårn, så kan du gjøre det på denne måten. Da kan svart velge om han vil ta dette tårnet her, nede i hjørnet, eller borti det andre hjørnet.
Yeah, I mean, he could adjust if he did some more noise reduction, it would improve this, but you know, the visuals are there and he's explaining it, and that is the ideal thing.
Hvis jeg har et tårn her, så kan ikke svart ta det tårnet og flytte tårnet sitt på andre siden av det tårnet som står imellom.
Står imellom, det der imellom, in the middle, in between.
Det tårnet før han kan gå videre helt ned i hjørnet her.
That's vision.
Men et tårn beveger seg altså rett til siden, rett fram, rett bak og rett til siden.
Fram, bak, til siden. Yeah, I mean, so far, very good. I mean, see, one approach that can work really well is if you look at tutorials for stuff you already know how to do. because then you already know what you're going to be explained and what's being explained to you. You don't really need it to be explained to you, and you can sort of predict. So your brain actually gets into it on a whole different level, because you see the explanation, you see what's being talked about and stuff like that, and you can kind of predict what's coming next, and your brain can kind of fill in the blanks when you don't hear a word, when you don't understand a word. Like, if you don't speak Norwegian, but you know at least the basics of chess, you know what he's talking about here. You know that he's talking about how the rook moves, and you know how the rook moves. So if you don't understand, like, say, fram, but you know that that the rook is moving forward relative to where its starting position is, then you can guess, you can kind of figure out fram and is forward.
Det sånn cirka sånn det gjøres. Videre så har vi løperen. Løperen står på C og F, både for hvit og svart. Og det gjelder for så vidt alle brikkene. Tårna starter også rett overfor hverandre, som løperen gjør.
Yeah, so he introduces the name of the piece, and he shows you the piece at the time, and he shows you where it starts out. I mean, there's a lot of sort of points of reference for somebody who's just starting out in Norwegian here.
Og løperne,
and what I'm talking about here, I should always stress, is primarily of interest for for beginners, because the more advanced you are in a language, the more you can comprehend anyway.
Beveger seg diagonalt. Hvor som helst, så lenge de beholder den samme fargen som de starter på. Det vil si at en hvit løper, som denne, den kan kun bevege seg på hvite felter. Resten av partiet. Og det samme gjelder den svarte. Så her. Den kan også kun bevege seg på svarte felter. Eller blå i det tilfellet.
På svarte felter, on the dark squares.
Her. Så la oss si at jeg spiller løperen min hit. Da vil svart kunne slå ut den og ta løperen.
Svart kan slå den. Black can take it.
På den måten.
And he does it as he says it.
Men la oss si at svart spiller løperen sin hit da. Så kan ikke jeg spille løperen min forbi. Igjen så må jeg ta her før jeg kan spille løperen min videre. Da har jeg en sortfeltsløper, svart har en hvitfeltsløper. Så lenge du vet at denne kun kan bevege seg på de hvite feltene, og denne kun på de svarte feltene.
Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit here.
Videre har vi kongen. Kongen starter på E1 og E8.
E1, E8, so E1, E8, kongen.
Jeg vet ikke om du har fått med deg det ennå, men hvit starter altså på første raden. Du ser det lille ett-tallet her.
Hvit? Svart?
Svart starter.
Yeah, I mean, so, like, the more you know about what he's talking about, the more you can mentally fill in blanks here. Because you know he's talking about where the king, and where the king starts, and white and black and stuff like that. And so your brain can go, oh, okay, he's talking about white, so he says hvit, and okay, hvit is white, isn't it?
På 8. raden, du ser den nå, det 8-tallet der. Og kongen, den kan gå da ett steg, aldri mer, med mindre du skal
aldri mer?
Som jeg skal komme tilbake til senere. Ett steg om gangen, men ett steg hvor den ønsker å gå. Så lenge han ikke stiller seg i sjakk. Noe som jeg igjen skal vise deg litt etterpå. Så, da vet du hvordan alle brikkene flytter, bortsett fra én. Det bonden. Så her ser du alle brikkene stilt opp som for hvit, og her alle brikkene stilt opp for svart. Men dette en bonde.
Bodne.
Det samme gjelder for svart. Her i startposisjonen på andre raden. Her ser du andre raden.
Startposisjon? Yeah, I mean, I'd say this is pretty good. If I did not already link to this in the chat, I'm going to do that right now. And also, I think I need to set up a Norwegian Resources channel I don't think I've done anything Norwegian on here before. Yeah, no, haven't. So, Norwegian. There we go. We've got a whole bunch of languages represented in the resources channels now.
Så kan spillerne velge om de vil spille ett spill, eller ett trekk fram, eller to trekk fram. Altså ikke to trekk, men to ruter fram. Og det betyr at hvit nå kan spille to, og nå har svart en mulighet til å enten ta eller gå fremover. For en bonde kan kun ta på skrått. Det er litt rart. For la oss si at svart spiller hit da.
Yeah, svart spiller hit da. Black moves here. And my screen just
Kan faktisk ikke hvit ta den bonden.
briefly decided to take a break.
Det er ikke mulig. Den bonden her blokkerer for denne bonden. Men hvit kan da altså kun ta på skrått foran seg. Sånn som dette. Ikke dette. Dette. Og det er den eneste måten bøndene faktisk kan ta.
Quite good. I mean, he's speaking at a natural speed. He's not, I mean, he's definitely not speaking excessively slowly, but he's also not speaking very fast. Fairly normal speed. So, like, definitely not a bad place to start sort of getting used to hearing Norwegian spoken, I would say. So that is in the Norwegian resources section of the discourse. And I'm going to drop the Discord, rather, and I'm going to drop the link to the Discord in the chat, because the link that bloody Nightbot gives, I think, may be out of date. So I'm going to drop that in here, because it is getting to be time for me to wrap up for this week. Let me just say, if you're enjoying the stream, please consider supporting me on my, on my Patreon, or with a one-off over at PayPal. Or if you can't use PayPal, there's also like a Streamlabs link that also works. It sort of bypasses it. It goes to the same place, but at the moment, this is like my main sort of lifeline, because AI has utterly just caused my my livelihood to sort of disappear. Like, the entire translation profession is having a lot of difficulty, and this is how I'm trying to I'm translating the works of Inessa Armand, and I'm trying to raise $8,500 for that. I've got a little over 55% already raised, and all support is very much appreciated. I'll be back at on Friday at 4:30 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time to continue probably playing chess and looking at more tutorials as comprehensible input. Thank you to everyone who has joined in. It's always great to see you, and I hope to see you again in the Discord or on Friday here, right here.